Okay, now that we have looked into our types of circuits, we're going to learn how to draw the schematic diagrams. So there are two common types of diagrams used when planning out circuits. There's an electrical wiring diagram and a schematic diagram. We'll only be looking at drawing schematic diagrams for this outcome. Electrical wiring diagram are aimed more towards designers and electricians who work with a theory of the circuit. It's an actual representation, and it shows the approximate physical location of all the equipment within the circuit and all of the physical wires being used to wire the building. So here we have an image of an electrical wiring diagram. We don't have to worry about drawing a diagram like that. We are going to draw very basic schematic diagrams. So what a schematic drawing is it provides a quick mental picture of how a circuit will work, and it's a lot easier to understand than words. It shows the flow of the circuit rather than the actual layout of where the equipment would be in a house, for example. It's used to gather general information about the flow of the current, but shouldn't be relied on to examine and repair a circuit. Symbols used show the function of the equipment within the circuit, but doesn't give their actual location. The lines in the schematic show the pathway of electricity rather than the actual wires. And here we have a little more detailed schematic drawing. Rules for schematic diagrams. Wires connecting are indicated by a heavy black dot. Wires that cross but do not connect do not have a dot. Always use the same symbol for the same device. So here are options for loads. So if you wanted to represent a load or like a light bulb, you can use the following two symbols. Wires and components are aligned horizontally or vertically, unless there's a good reason to do otherwise. Including voltage, resistance, and current in your drawing can be helpful and eliminate confusion. A series circuit. So in the last video we talked about series. So that is a load continually following one after the other. There's only one flow, so only one pathway. And here is the schematic diagram of a circuit. So here we have three power sources. So we have three batteries. Here we have three batteries. So there's one here, two here, three. So we show batteries with the following symbol, the small end being the negative end and the large end being a positive. And we know from previous science classes that the flow of electrons flows from the negative end and returns to that positive end. Now they're showing loads with the zigzag. So you'll see some with the zigzag. This one, all three are zigzags because we have to show the same symbol for our loads. Here we have a parallel circuit. So it's parallel because there are three different pathways in this picture. So there's more than one pathway. And here is our schematic diagram. So once again, they're showing us the three batteries. We have the three different pathways, and each load is represented by a zigzag. Here are schematic symbols, so you have these already given in your notes, but you may want to add the following. So M to represent a motor, a light bulb, using this X with a circle is also common. Or notice that we have resistor, they just use those zigzags, so it's up to you. Okay, and just like we were talking about earlier, the small end is the negative end of the battery. And here we have a single cell battery, so this would represent 1. In this picture, we are seeing 2 batteries. And we're going to practice drawing a schematic diagram. So I do have one already drawn out. It said to draw a schematic diagram for a series circuit that contains a battery and 2 light bulbs. So here I have my battery. So here's my battery. I have my 2 light bulbs, and then my wire connecting them both. The light bulbs follow one after the other, so that's a series. If I was to draw a parallel circuit, I still have my 2 light bulbs, it's just they have their own pathway to continue back to the battery. After you are finished drawing your schematic diagrams, there is an assignment to practice drawing schematic diagrams.